Anytime you see this hoodie, you already know what type of video I'm finna do. I did a story time in this one last time. So this is gonna be the story time hoodie. So anytime you see this, wear this hoodie, and it's a, I had this as a thumbnail. It's gonna be a story time, man. So today, since I haven't uploaded a video in a minute, I'm gonna get to that. Midterms, papers, and just organizing things within that. It's been very hectic. So I've been very inconsistent, and I'm gonna get back on track, ladies and gentlemen. I'm gonna use this weekend to make that happen. It's Friday night, you know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna make this happen. So I feel like it's probably time to tell my story on how I managed to slam myself at Talladega College and playing on the junior varsity team at this school. So before I begin, I have no ill will towards the program or anything like that. I'm just telling my experience from how I experienced it. I'm going to be real. It's a good thing after the first 2 years. If it goes beyond that, you might as well go out and just hang it up, G. Respectfully. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was good when I first got the opportunity. Then once I figured out how stuff really works, it just, you just playing it because you love it at a certain point. It's not even playing to even get certain places, you know what I'm saying? But no, beside enough of all that, let's get straight into it. So, it's another 2020 origin story. So, during the pandemic, during really the Black Awakening section of it, everybody started transferring there. All the PWIs got exposed for, having certain buildings, certain, things on their campus that pertain to Black suffrage or had something pertaining to slavery, whether it was a slave master's name on a building or a statue that had something to do with some sort of slave master or slave owner or person that has, or a white person that has owned, killed, or disenfranchised blacks in any way, shape, or form within the origins of slavery. So everybody started to transfer to HBCUs. 2020 class started going to HBCUs, or if they go to PWI, they still have their Black origin roots and try to, really get in touch with that even when they're at a PWI. But Mom said, pick HBCU. I could have went back to Jackson. Could have been back to the school I was at before, but I don't know. I wanted to do something different. So the other school, I didn't like how certain things went and what have you. I still miss the people there, you know what I'm saying? Like, I still rock with the people there, and sometimes I go back and see them because my new school is not too far from my old one. So I missed the game. Like, basketball, I missed it a lot. Like, especially then, because I couldn't get around the court or nothing. My mom and dad let me at the house. So, to May. So, it was tough. But I had called the coach from the school. Everybody know who Coach Wright is. So, I had called him, and I was working at my granddad's restaurant. So I called him outside. He said, yeah, you can come up and do a trial and stuff. So he sent me out the trial information, things like that nature. Because I originally made the team the year before I went to my other school. But I didn't go because, they didn't offer any scholarship money or anything like that. And I had a $4,000 scholarship at first. But for school, I should have took that the first time. I was, it's being, hindsight's 2020. But, so then when I came here again, when I went ahead and just came down, couldn't get that $4,000 scholarship. It was hard to get any type of scholarship transfer-wise. Don't know why it was, but it was very difficult. So the transferring process was very rigorous, but because it was so much paperwork, having to do loan requests and getting transcripts, especially from high school and then my other school, getting all that paperwork in. Then first, okay, let me get to the tryout portion first. Then I'll get to that paperwork session. So tryouts, I had like a month. He sent me to me like a month in advance. So I paid my money instantly, right then and there. Got my little, form and all that stuff. So I was good. So tries in like June, I think. It was in June. It had to have been June. I can't remember. It was in June or July. That was one of them. But I think it might have been May. I don't know. But needless to say, I ain't hooping that long. So I moved to since I was working with my granddad and I was going back and forth from my mom's house to granddad, I just moved to my granddad. We just moved to our granddad house for the summer. So I managed to go back to my grandma's house, break down the goal, put the goal in my truck, because I drove a truck back then. Drove the truck all the way to my granddad's house and then reassembled it at his house. And I was just shooting. I was shooting from there. Like I was getting it in every day. Working on different things, working on different move sets, all that, just in preparation for this, for this trial, so I can be in semi shape. Body armors. Sorry, but I was a little parched. But yeah, so did all that. Trial comes. I drive from my house, from here in town all the way to Pell City. And then it's a little church. We in there, all of us in trying out. This is where I met my brother, my ace boon coon, my right hand to this day, TB. Cause we tried at the same time. He was over there getting buckets on one end. I was over there just playing defense, being loud, abrasive. My shot really wasn't falling back then. So I was back then I was really just trying to regain my shot, honestly. Everything else was still there. Athleticism, I was just regaining everything, honestly. So I was really just playing defense, just hustling, just, doing what I do, just being energetic. And coach really liked that. Coach teacher really liked that. Everybody, all the coach really was rocking with it. So then, about a week later, I got a call back. Made the team twice because, I made it before when I tried out, when I first got out of high school. So I made it. So then so then it's a meeting out 2 weeks later. So we go down to Lincoln. I meet up with TB again. So then me and him going through the paperwork process and NAI eligibility and all things along those lines. So for eligibility, the hardest thing with that was just high school transcript. You get the high school transcript, basically everything else is pretty simple. So I got all that done, whatever the case may be. And it was a lot. Then sometimes we'll get up at 5 in the morning and shoot. Go play pickup at like 4 or 5 in the morning, 5 in the morning, 5 to 7. We did that every day once it got close to July. And then we had our own little house, so we were staying in and stuff. So everything was cool. And as my experience went on, I really got to see how stuff really was. I'm not gonna really touch on that in this video, but just know after the first semester, that's when I really got to see. Second semester when I really got to see what this whole program, as far as sports and basketball, really is about and things of that nature. But all in all, that first year, I was just happy to just be playing ball again and just finally playing at some sort of level. Even though JV is basically just showcase. To me, it's showcase games. Basically, it's all you're doing. The downsides to it is that it's nobody filming. You got to make your own film. It's not that many games that you would like. You don't really get access to, the gym as much as you would like to. You had to really figure stuff out. It's worse than top it all, icing on the cake. You got to get academic scholarships. Ain't no scholarship, bro. You either loaning your way in, or you got a little scholarship, but you still, either way it go. If you playing JV or you just a student, you loaning your way in. Or you got a merit scholarship and it's just covering everything. Or you just figure something out. It's the only way. That's the only logical explanation for that. So I'm gonna get into my first game. Next story time I'm talk about my first game when I first got to school. So, but I just wanted to touch on that story because it just really showed me how much I loved the game, despite all of those, parameters I had to face with COVID and me finding somewhere to hoop at that, get my shot right, semi-right, really get back in shape. All the running I was doing, like I was really like getting it in, no gym and all that. So I was really just trying to get it in as much as I could. Like I really care about excuse my French, I really care about this shit a lot. So when I'm getting this shorthanded, the stick, it just kind of rubs you the wrong way. And you do everything you can, and you only can go do so much. So, oh, I have a roommate, guys. if you notice in the background, but yeah. So that was kind of like my story, I guess. It wasn't really the best. I mean, take with it how you will, but I was just dispelling like some of the stuff that goes on behind the scenes as far as JV and how I made it and how I ended up getting here. I got here off basketball, but I'll say Talladega's opened doors for me in many other aspects that I would have never expected, other than the reason I even came here in the first place. So there you go. This has been your boy Chillin' 10185, and I'm signing out until another story time. I'm gonna probably post another video in the next 5 minutes.